Hello, Glitch Reaper here. I was about to put another sign on my subwall. So without further ado, I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm going to be introducing the fact of what I'm going to be doing with my last couple of episodes, uh, at least for some time. I mean, there'll probably be a season 2 and everything, but just not right immediately afterwards, because I know a lot of my a lot of people I know are really wanting to see what I've been doing with the special mod pack I've been making. Uh, but yeah, I'm welcoming Icy Lady 58 to my subwall. That's really nice. And as I was saying, I've been making a mod pack for a while, for admittedly 1.7.10, and I know that's kind of going out over time. Although, the fact is, some of the types of mods that I need, rather than the exact ones, haven't been fully implemented into modded 1.10 yet, which is considerably more stable and easy to work with. I mean, seriously, I had less problems putting extras into this pack than I did 1.7.10, and 1.10 itself, once I started doing that, was hilariously easier. So I have like a frontier profile I've been using to test stuff, and so far I agree with the assessment of most modders that it is a lot more stable and easy to make packs in. So as soon as I have the types of mods that I want, I could have like a version 2 of my mod pack created a lot faster than version 1. Just saying that in advance. Now, you're probably wondering, what is up with all of these T formations? Well, it's actually a very interesting story. I've had this mod in here for quite some time because it came with the pack, but it's called Extra Golems. This is for the most part the golems I can actually make and the different substances they're made of. And it runs around actually quite a bit. Now, the mod's also in 1.7.10, but it's also in 1.8, and it's been being upkept very well. So I think it's all the way up to 1.10, actually. But here's some of the substances that I can do. And for an easier list, there's a little trick you can do with the mod, actually. Now, let me see, I got these here. This is the golem head. Whenever you make golems with this, with anything other than a snow golem, you have to use a golem head specifically from the mod to do so. And these are created by a pumpkin and something called a golem spell. The golem spell is paper, ink sac, feather, and redstone. So it's sort of like you're writing with red ink, basically, or redstone empowered ink. Now, if you hold shift at any time that you can see this, you can see the listing of, can't move that. You can see this listing of various materials you can use to create a golem. Now, it says in order of attack damage. So, you can see if you use blocks of diamond, that'll have the highest attack. What it's not entirely saying is that some of them with highest attack damage don't in fact have high HP as well. So, glass has very low HP, but has very high damage output. Obsidian is pretty well balanced, because that's usually a pretty cheap substance to get a hold of once you got a good pick. So that's not usually as much of a problem as doing like block of diamond or block of emerald. So overall, I kind of would favor the obsidian golems, because they're just really cool, and they have a pretty good model. Now, with any golem from Extra Golems, whenever you make them, you have to put on the golem head to finish it off. It has to be in the classic T formation. Now, for the ones that I have arranged sideways, I'm not sure if that'll affect it. I don't think it will, because I think it recognizes the block, not the orientation. But just to make sure, I'm going to have to do this now. Here's a wool golem. Yeah, wool. Even comes with a nice vest and pants, which is a bit different, because most golems, well, they're constructs. They don't really need clothing, so it's just a little extra detail. TNT golem. I really, really hope he doesn't explode. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm making these in here, when it could theoretically be dangerous. That's not going to be a problem, because I have a few things to move them later to the area I want to put them. So we have netherrack. Looks really cool, like a netherized version of the regular iron golem. We have straw, hay bales. Yeah, pretty good model on that one too. Even goes with stripes. Hey, quit walking on your fellows. I'm gonna animate them soon. Don't worry. I'll get to it. This is red sandstone specifically, and normal sandstone. Here we have slime. They have some of these have additional special abilities, and with slime block, they basically knock back the enemy like they're being hit with a truck. They have really high knockback with their attacks. because they're slime, they're bouncy. Obsidian, my personal favorite, 120 HP and high attack power. I mean, seriously, that's gotta hurt. Quartz. Even looks chiseled on the chest. Nice detailing there. Here we have stained clay and regular hardened clay. This is like classic mythology when it comes to golems. The idea that the original ones were made of clay. And, you know, just to go along with that, I'm going to go over here with the regular clay block that hasn't been hardened or anything. Yep, there you are. You look more plainly clay, but just with some grass, like somebody tried growing something on you. That seems kind of sad in a way. Okay, we have regular iron. Just a default iron golem, except if you have this mod, you have to use the golem head specifically. Gold. Hey, it's a vanilla substance like a lot of these, so why don't we have gold golems and diamond golems and some of these other... I mean, this whole mod could pretty much be added to vanilla, I'm just saying. Lapis. He's incredibly blue. Emerald. This is the ritziest golem you will ever see, although it's hard debating that with gold, so just saying. I mean, he's literally made of money. He's made of money. Diamond, 220 HP. I think he has the most HP too here. So this guy is just awesome. But of course he's made of diamond. Coal. He would really blend in with the knight. Not much HP though. One good hit and he's totally gone. Redstone. Very, very red. Almost makes him look a little angry there. You angry, golem? I don't think so. He's just calm. Glowstone. They actually glow as they move. It's a little hard to see since this ground is technically transparent, but that's one of their special abilities. Has barely any HP. I mean, I gotta be really careful around that guy, or I could just whack him with any of my weapons. I mean, just my boomerang alone would be able to finish him on a multi-hit. He'd be totally screwed. Glass. Now this one's really awesome. You can see through a glass golem. As I said, they have really high attack power, but really low HP. So you may get a few hits off, but then you'll have nothing left but glass. Stained glass. Aw, he came out black. Oh, awesome. He looks kind of like a golem version of an item god from Disgaea, where they have like that black sooty texture to him with this translucent. That was always really awesome. I've been thinking of doing a skin kind of like that at some point. It would be only after 1.9 though, because 1.9 is where they redid the skin system yet again, so that it actually has transparency as something that's fully supported now. So that really helps. Instone. Now this one definitely has a special ability because and he just showed it off. They can teleport. Seriously, a teleporting golem. They've been known to zip right behind their enemy and nail them. Melon. You're very green. I wish you could garden for me, because you'd look very appropriate for that. Packed ice, not regular ice, just packed ice. He's also very blue. Is it just me, or do some of these look less like they have eyebrows and more like they have a headband? I mean, it looks kind of like eyebrows when you look around and see that it's only mostly up front, but looks more like they have a headband on. Just saying. We have logs. Can be any logs. I mean, it started as birch, but somehow he came out as oak for the wooden golem. That was interesting. Some of these you can redo, actually. Like, theoretically, I think I could, like, just take a random dye and dye the wool golem another color. Bookshelves. Ah, it looks like he has glasses on, like a librarian or something. Oh, and he even calls him a librarian golem rather than a bookshelf golem. That's nice. Oh, I like that detail. That's really cool. This guy is made of leaves. Also very transparent. I mean, you could see right through him. So, yeah. And don't worry about them trying to go through the portal. They can't. That portal does not have entity transfer support, which is actually a good thing, because would you really want stuff just leaping out of your void chest dimension? I don't think so. Here's Prismarine. Nice. I see even the plant life on him looks a little bit different, so that's some really good detail work. And it looks like Prismarine brick rather than Prismarine straight blocks, actually, because this is the texture of Prismarine brick, not the regular block. Of course, there's also dark prismarine, so it has variations. And here's sea lanterns. I think, like with glowstone, he's supposed to glow. I think this one glows as they go around. It has almost ghostly model to it. That's interesting. And also, like with the prismarine one, the plants look a little more like kelp or something. And some of these look more like that too, but they're supposed to more be like vines, like the iron golem. I don't know. That texture is very much the same. It just looks more like it on these because they're basically from the sea. Now, I'll be moving all of these guys around later, and I'll be moving some others in, because I'm going to be using my void chest as sort of a holding place so that I can transfer a lot of, well, entities, actually, because I've got a bit of a plan. And I'm going to show part of that just when I hop out. Because this is going to be a very interesting finale I'm going to do. It's going to be very celebratory, and for that, I need an audience, so I've been growing an audience. Literally. I've been growing an audience. Speaking of which, here's one of the... Oh, you've gotten much bigger since I last saw you. Okay. Yeah, I've been hatching dragons, and I was going to explain where each of them came from. I mean, I'm in the forest, so you know I'm going to be getting a forest dragon. It's from Dragon Mounts. And one thing I found out, I tested this to make sure, just in case, was... Oh, I missed. Come on, hitbox, hitbox. Let me grab the... What? This worked whenever you were an egg. And now the okay. I may... At least the place I'm going to be putting these dragons is not very far away. I can do this, I think. This is an empty one. Come on. You worked earlier. Is it because you count as neutral? Do I have to tame you first? I'll try this with the water dragon first and make sure that they're tamed, because it's supposed to be for a passive entity you can transfer. Oh, I really hope you don't wind up getting yourself crushed because of that. I mean, I can make more forest dragons. In fact, the only dragon I've been having issues with getting has been, ironically, the ice dragon, which was the first one I ever hatched. Okay, now that is the water dragon. But are you big enough yet? How did you get yourself in there? Seriously, how did you do that? This isn't quicksand. This is normal sand. This shouldn't be working. I'm having dragon issues. I wanted dragons in my audience for my... please, dragons, please. Okay, I'm gonna go up to another dragon. I know the chunks are loaded, so some of them must be developing, sort of like this one has. I experimented with doing Ice Dragon here like I did before, but it didn't work. I think it was taking the fact it was technically on a river biome, and it didn't work, so it was trying to give me a water dragon. Okay, where's that spot around here? And it's starting to get a little sundownish. Well, time to use a little something I've been holding on to. Okay. Now I am going to... just speed through this entire night. This is a watch of flowing time from Project E. It is not as expensive as you might think, but it's still fairly expensive. I mean, oh, well, okay, it's pretty expensive. It's got like 4 dark matter, a couple of glowstones, some obsidian, and a clock. And it's worth more than $500,000, which is actually fairly expensive. But for what it does, I'd say it's totally worth it. I mean, I'm playing Spin the Planet! If you don't know what that's a reference to, it's a movie called Thumb Wars. It's kind of a short, funny movie. It literally takes less than half an hour to watch, so, yeah. So, yep, I forgot it's supposed to be shift. Dead power down. Okay. There we go. I have successfully just passed the night by doing this. I know I could have rested through it with the with my bed, but let's face it, that was a lot more fun. Okay, where I was trying to get to this spot over here. I have this... Yeah, it's very apparent once you actually see it. This is where I had that incident where I was launched out of the world, for anybody that would like to know. Because I talked to a few friends about this. It was... especially Alex. I sort of launched myself out of the world because I didn't realize that certain speed-ups plus the high-speed climbing added by this type of beanstalk vine here would in fact fling me out of the world and totally glitch me out. Okay, this ether dragon's still hatching. So you're still in your egg. To hatch these, you have to be above the clouds, preferably by a wide margin. So I got this one very close to build limit. The water dragon just do near water, so that was really easy. Brakes. Brake check. Okay. So there's my house. So the water dragon's around here somewhere. I got myself turned around. It happens. Oh yeah, it should be over there. But why is my forest dragon not doing that? Is it considering that I need to tame this dragon? Because that could be a little issue when I have to pull the dragon out of the house. Can I even click on you? I think I'm going to try pulling the dragon out with a lead, because you can actually lead them as long as they're not aggressive. So I will attempt this. I will go on this side, because they seem to partially be able to no-clip through the wall. So maybe I can pull them out the rest of the way. Okay. Please phase the rest of the way through. Thank you. Thank you. You're being a good dragon now. You're being a good dragon now. However, I just need to take this off. I need to give you some fish. Because I've fished for so many, I've just kind of had them memorized in here. So, let me see. Raw fish. This ought to be enough to tame this dragon. Okay. My particles set to... Are you considered mine now? Did I miss the particle effect? Or is this just taking a lot of fish? Of course, you can just give them more to recover them. So the best way to figure this out would probably be to actually see if I could saddle this particular dragon now. Can I saddle you? Okay, I can. However, he's also currently in a tree. So again, I need to lead the dragon. Okay, I've got to pull you out gently, gently. I know you're immune to fall damage, so this will be fine. Okay. Yoink. Okay. So let's try this again. I know you're trying to work your new legs. You've just grown into them, but can I pendulum you? Yes! Yes! Thank you, thank you. This was working before when they were younger. Guess it's because as an adult they have to be, like, retamed and everything. So this means I have to wait on my water dragon to grow a bit, I think. If I could ever see its HP, it would be nice. Hello? Do I have to lead you out to see how big you are? Because I think I can still register this through this. Okay, that's somehow connected. I'm not sure how. Okay, this one looks like... It looks like you're an adult now. So, I'm going to give you some fish. Whenever you're tamed... You seem to be upset. You don't need to be so upset about things. I'm just trying to feed you and take good care of you. You'll be a good dragon. I'm just going to give you lots of fish, because I've been apparently not seeing the particles for some reason. I can always just get more. Okay, I'm going to saddle all the dragons just to make sure, because that's a good way to be sure that they are, in fact, done. So, let's see. Are you technically tamed? Because I just gave you a lot of fish. I don't want this to be like the dolphins in Hitchhikers, where it's just like, so long and thanks for all the fish. No, I want to make sure that you're okay. Okay. This is good. I can transfer these dragons. Did I go on land because... Did I try... Oh, I get it. I essentially tried saddling the dragon and... riding the dragon and teleporting the dragon at the same time, so it sort of registered both events. That's good to know. Now, I have those two, and I'm assuming that that one's not hatched yet. And I know because I've got the nether not entirely loaded yet, that those dragons will be not ready yet. Although I do need to check on another one, actually, that's around the general area. As long as I got the chunks loaded, they should be incubating. But I've got one here in the lava. I know that may sound painful, but that's actually how you have to incubate a fire dragon. How you do a nether dragon is have them basically in the nether, because it really helps because of the different blocks and stuff. Hello? Is there a dragon around here? Don't tell me that you're not fireproof despite being called a fire dragon. That would be very disappointing. Maybe they've gone wandering. I really hope they didn't accidentally set off one of these, because I should probably have clipped those before putting a dragon here. That might have been a good idea. So logically, those are... Well, I don't know how much damage they can really do. I mean, could be explosion proof. I'm not seeing where the dragon went. I had one in this particular lava. So, I know I had one there. Oh well. Well, part of my strategy for doing the celebration will be to purposefully activate a Tower of Eternal Boom to contribute to fireworks. But for now, I seem to be looking for where my dragons went. Some of them I know where they are, but just aren't there. Yeah. Got one up high. I wouldn't really think that's where another place where I tried getting an ice dragon to work, but it didn't. Okay. Now I'll go into the nether here for a moment and show where I got my nether dragon. My ender dragon I literally have in the end, so that's like one of the best places to get them. So I'll have to like hang out there for a while off camera to make sure you're warm and cozy, but you're just not ready yet. So I'll have to hang out here again, like off camera and stuff. So I'm just showing off where the dragons are. Okay, zeep. I got one very specially positioned. Oh gosh, this is gonna be kind of interesting how I did Ghost Dragon, because with Ghost Dragons you have to be down very low in the darkness. You'd think it'd be like some subterranean dragon name or something, but no, it's like just the Ghost Dragons require extreme darkness. It's usually better to do that deep underground where you're often, you know, close to bedrock. Also, it keeps them safe. They don't go anywhere. And by the way, I found out at some point that a meteor had struck right next to this particular area. So this forest temple, it would have randomly had an entryway regardless. Yeah, meteor strikes. They go everywhere. Again, one of the reasons why I'm eventually going to not use this profile for a while, at least not in anything where I'm expecting to do it for an extensive period of time in one area, because that seems to be part of the problem. Okay, I keep forgetting where I marked that. I know it was at one of the bodies of water really close around here. There it is. I flew right past it. That's what happened. But anyhow, this is properly where I marked where Anaria was. So, I'll drift down here, and I actually have a ghost dragon set up at her throne room, in just a nice little cozy corner. Why? Because it was nice and dark. I mean, the place doesn't come lit, and I decided, well, if there's not any lights in the first place, and I don't really need them right here, right now, why not use that effect? And so I have... Oh! This one actually hatched! Sweet! My ghost dragon is hatched! Hey there. Do you want some fish? I have some nice fish. Fish, lots of fish. I will possibly have to come back for you specifically because I hadn't really got... I don't have more than 2 of these right now. I'm not sure, can they hold mixed entities and not screw up? Because that would be a very good question. Because as far as I know, it has to be... Oh, I'm missing my lead. That would have been a good item to have right about now. So let's do this again. Please. Okay. So apparently you're big enough to do that. You don't look like you're big enough to be fully saddled, but I'm not gonna debate it. I guess some dragons are bigger than others. I know the mod's been updated more than once. Can I really hold more than... I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to get out with this. There's a trick I've got that might just work, but I've had issues with it, and I'd rather not do that. I mean, the summoning pendulum's a good idea. I can just fly back and get this one in a little while, actually. I can just... Well, wait, what am I thinking? I'm going to be putting you into my void chest temporarily anyhow, so I might as well just... Oh, look, there's the keys. Oh, I withered it with my sword. Sweet. Gotcha. He nauseated me somehow. That's bad. Is that another key? No, that's a bat. I'm good. I'm good. Ahem. As I was going to say... Oh, wait. Don't I have one over here? I think I left one over here. Whoa. That's an ultra. It decided to explode spontaneously. Okay, that takes care of that problem. And I already have a void chest here. It's a good thing I have been leaving these around, because I need to transfer this. Hi, everybody. I have a few additional guests I'd like to show you. They'll be staying in here. Wait. How did... Which one was that? Did it not like that kind of block? I'll try it on this block. That would be very bad. Huh. I may have lost 2 dragons. Unless I need to relog. Huh. I don't like where that's going. This was working before to transfer. Maybe it has to do with this place and trying to forbid mob spawns? Except those that are forced, like the golems? Did take that one out. Let me see, I had the ghost dragon, I had the forest dragon. I can re-incubate those. It looks like I'm gonna have to be logging off and taking some time to think about this, because I'm gonna have to figure out how my dragons are gonna work out, because I mean, I could theoretically build the area around where I'm going to eventually anyhow and not put them here. But this does mean that the golems might be having issues too if I just wanted to move them around within here, so... Didn't see that coming. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. This is Glitch Reaper, and I guess I'm gonna have to ponder this one for a while. So I'll be signing off. So goodbye for now, everybody, and hope to hear from you later.